tight end Hawkinson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Cousins on first down. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Oh, able to avoid him. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Off the play fake, Cousins. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. First down, here's the run with Cook. They juked him. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw is Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw again on second down, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Cousins. this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. From the red zone now, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Cousins again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Dancing to his left. And complete once again to Watson. He'll get it inside the 20. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 39 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers buying time to his left. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jones fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now receiver in motion left. Rodgers will throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen 42 yards. And the Vikings have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Joseph now to kick this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Rodgers now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 46 yards. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play action now. Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Alan Lazard. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have made it a one-score game. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Cousins to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
4th down, Cousins. Forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching. And this is going to be intercepted.
You're garbage. You need to focus on the game. Stop talking.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
Luckily for you, I'm recording for content. This is my biggest comeback this year, so hope you're happy.
And that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach made you say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown.
You ain't catching shit, boy.
Broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown
Talked a good game, bro. You should have stayed off the mic. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This will be fielded inside the 5. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this one incomplete.
You're actually so trash for blowing your lead, bro. Yikes.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed.
It's okay. I just unlocked a more disrespectful finish. I got you, bro.
Final minute. Joseph on for the extra point.
Never mind, you did it for me.
And it's no good. So with just under 40
I'd be hurt right
seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. The risk reward of the onside kick when you don't get
it's okay. I'm gonna give you an opportunity.
They gave up great field position,
and that's the key to everything because you're trying your
gonna have to catch a pick here, buddy.
Press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position. The advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Rodgers to throw. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is it. This is your chance, buddy.
Rodgers looking to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be caught. We'll forget.
Yikes, bro. Delete the game.
Here as they throw for a late touchdown.